Have you ever felt that the years are passing faster and faster? When we were children, the holidays seemed to last eternity. Now we blink and it's end of the year again. Is time really accelerating, or is this just an illusion? This sensation is so common that it seems almost universal. Some say technology is changing our perception. Others believe it is just a natural consequence of aging. But there are also those who see something deeper and more philosophical happening. What if this acceleration of time is a symptom of something greater? Something that reveals how we are living and where are we going as a society? In today's video, we will explore the answer to this question from psychology, science, and philosophy. And what you will find out can change the way you perceive time forever. Now take a deep breath and pay attention, because the next few minutes may seem to pass faster than you think. If you feel that the days, months, and years are flying, it's not just impression, but it doesn't mean time is really accelerating. This feeling has a deep psychological explanation. Our brain does not notice the time linear way. It does not measure seconds and minutes like a watch, but based on the amount of new experiences we live. When we are children, everything is new. We learn to walk, talk, write. We know new places and people. As we are always absorbing unpublished information, our brain processes this period as longer and full of detail. Now compare this with adulthood. When we fall into the routine, we wake up at the same time, follow the same route, do the same tasks. Our brain processes less new information. The result? The days seem to merge and the years go flying. Psychologists call this the effect of temporal compression. The more predictable and repetitive your life is, the faster time seems to pass. But there is another intriguing detail. The perception of time is also linked to the amount of attention we give to the present. When we are distracted, checking notifications, jumping from one task to another, living on autopilot, our mind does not record time clearly. This makes the days go without leaving marks, reinforcing the feeling that everything is accelerated. That is, time seems to pass faster, not because the world has changed, but because our way of living, it has changed. Now, if psychology explains this sensation at the individual level, what happens when society begins to accelerate at the same time? If the feeling that time is accelerating can be explained by psychology, why do so many people feel this increasingly intensely? The answer may be in something bigger, the frantic rhythm of our society. German sociologist Hartmut Rosa argues that we live in an era of social acceleration. This means that everything is getting faster. The information, news comes instantly, and social networks bombard us with stimuli without pause. Technology. What was innovation yesterday? Today is already obsolete. Everything changes all the time. Routine. The job market requires more productivity, faster, less time to stop and breathe. If before the weather was marked by natural rhythms, sunbathing and sunset, seasons, today our time is governed by algorithms, notifications, and deadlines. The tyranny of urgency. South Korean philosopher Byung-Chul Han describes our era as a period of exhaustion and hyperactivity. We have never been so busy, but paradoxically, we never feel so empty. The problem? We live in an endless acceleration cycle. We think that if we do everything faster, there will be time left to rest. But in practice, what happens is the opposite. The faster we accelerate, the more things come to be done. This frantic rhythm makes us lose the notion of the present. We are always designed for the future. We need to answer messages quickly. We need to consume quick content. We need to work fast. And the result? Time flies. The years pass by the blink of an eye. But was it always like this? How does philosophy see our relationship with time? In the next topic, we will explore as thinkers like Bergson and Heidegger explained this feeling of acceleration and what we can learn from them. What is time, after all? Is he really passing faster, or has our own conscience about him changed? To understand this, we need to resort to philosophy. Henri Bergson, the French philosopher, made a fundamental distinction between objective time, measured by watches, and subjective time, the way we feel it. For him, time is not a sequence of seconds and minutes, but an experience lived, and this experience can expand or contract depending on how we realize it. When we are totally immersed in the present, time seems longer and more intense. On the other hand, when we live on autopilot, without full awareness, the days pass without leaving marks, and time seems to escape our fingers. Another philosopher, Martin Heidegger, saw the time even deeper. For him, our existence is defined by the relationship we have over time. We live constantly designed for the future, concerned with what comes next. And in this process, we forget to live the now. The big problem, we lose the notion of time lived. If we join these ideas to what we have seen so far, a very clear picture arises. Our society has accelerated. Our mind has lost its connection with the present. Our subjective time was compressed. The result? Life goes before our eyes without really feeling it. But if time is not a fixed entity, but a subjective perception, can we slow it down? If the time we live is subjective, then the good news is that we can reconfigure our perception of him. That is, we do not need to hostage this feeling that the years are flying. But how to do this, live more new experiences. Remember what psychology explained. Our brain perceives time based on new memories. So, to slow the sensation of time passing, we need to get out of the routine and look for news. Try learning something new. Change small daily habits. Explore different places, even in your own city. When you add variety to your day, your mind records more information. And that's time to look longer, reduce the rhythm and practice full attention. If modern society pushes us to acceleration, we consciously need to go in the opposite direction. Techniques such as mindfulness, full attention, help reconnect the mind with the present, making each moment more vivid. Slow down when eating, bathing, walking. Focus on what you are doing now instead of thinking about what comes next. Reduce digital distractions. The more we fragmented our attention, the more time seems to escape. Question: the rush of society. Why are we always running? Philosopher Byung-Chul Han argues that we live an age of self-exploration. We work more than ever. We seek to be more productive, but in the end we feel more sold out and less fulfilled. Perhaps it is time to consciously slow down, even if the world remains accelerated. Time is not passing faster. We are losing our connection with it. In the end, the feeling that time is flying is not a time problem, but the way we live it. The good news? We have the power to change this relationship. Now I ask you, what are you doing to make your time more significant? Do you feel your life is going too fast? Leave your answer in the comments and share this video with someone who also feels the years are flying. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more reflections like this.